Great move, Thomas Chabot scores!
He bursts over the Panther line, White to the net, shoots, and he scores!
Here's Kachuk, right in, scores!
Balzer's a handoff to Balzer's going to the net, scores!
Welcome to Sens Talk. My name is Brendan, and I am your host. Before we get started, please follow us on Twitter at @SensTalk_ for live updates of the games and, of course, breaking news. As well, please check out our sponsor, SeatGeek.com. Download the app in the App Store and use your promo code SensTalk. You will save $20 off your first purchase. Now, before we get into tonight's game between the Ottawa Senators and the Pittsburgh Penguins, I have a few things to speak about. Firstly, link below, it's a podcast, Internal Budget, hosted by Brandon Mackey, Silver 7 Sens writer. We had about an hour-long conversation about Bobby Ryan, about the Golden Goal, about Sens Twitter, about Sens memories, and the trade deadline, etc. It's a great conversation, a great listen. Thank you once again to Brendan for having me on the show. Link is in the description below. I'll put the Twitter account so you can check out all the links there, or I'll figure something out. And, it was a great conversation. I really was humbled to join the show, really excited to join the show as well. And, I definitely recommend giving it a listen. So in the description below, when you're done listening to this, listen to that for some Sens talk between the two best brands in the Senators fan base. As well, the Senators have won the last 2 out of 10 games while going to Pittsburgh, trying to break that trend. Mike Riley's playing his 200th National Hockey League game in tonight's game. Colin White's in for tonight's game. Duclair is out. He may return Thursday against the Islanders. Artem Anisimov in the first period, upper body injury, looked like a concussion. Concussion spotter took him out of the game. Was holding his head. Did not return. No update or timetable on his return. Starting goaltenders for tonight's game is Matt Murray for your Pittsburgh Penguins. Definitely not for your Ottawa Senators. For your Senators, though, it was Craig Anderson, and not looking good for Andy early on in this game. 50 seconds in, John Marino tips a shot past Anderson's blocker, his 6th of the year, from Malkin and Jason Zucker. The Penguins strike early, 1-0. 35 seconds later, Connor Sheary gets in on the action, making it 2-0 for the Penguins. Things are falling off the rails. The Senators are defensively breaking down left, right, and center. But 15 minutes later, after the Penguins dominate, the Senators get some life. A nice play from Jace Halyuk from the corner. Toe drag past, I believe it was Rust or Schultz, passing back to the point to Riley in his 200th National Hockey League game, who hits the post. Halyuk is there, but jam it home for his first as an Ottawa Senator, second of the year. The Senators now are only down by 1. It's 2-1. Colin White, the secondary assist on this goal. Senators have some positive momentum, but that quickly goes away with 3 minutes later, with 45 seconds to go in the period. Brian Rust, he gets one from Malkin on Crosby on the power play. We're going to the second period where the Senators are now down by 2. It's a 3-1 game, and the Penguins were not done there. After they start the period, hitting the post, getting plenty of chances. With 3 minutes to go in the period, it's Sidney Crosby's turn. He fakes a shot and beats Anderson off of Zaitsev and in. 4-1 Penguins on Crosby's 14th of the year from Zucker. We're going to the third period where the Penguins continue to dominate. With 30 seconds into the period, Sheary to Zucker, who splits the defense. Chabot can't get back. He flips it past Craig Anderson, who is sprawling. They make it a 5-1 Pens lead on Zucker's 20th of the year. Crosby with a secondary assist on that goal. But the Senators, DJ Smith and the Senators are trying to instill a new motto, never give up. With 30 seconds after that, Brady Tkachuk never gives up. Deflects it off his leg past Murray, who's going the other way, and in for his 19th of the year from Nikita Zaitsev and Colin White getting another secondary assist. Ottawa down by 3. It's a 5-2 game. Ottawa gets momentum, and 10 minutes later, Connor Brown gets in on the scoring action from Thomas Chabot. It's a 5-3 game. Brown's 15th of the year. Suddenly, Ottawa down by 2 with about 8 minutes to go. However, Ottawa likes to give up these goals, and they like to give them up often. Brandon Rust gets another from Patrick Marleau and Evgeny Malkin. That's going to do it at 6-3, and for icing on the cake, Rust nets his hat-trick, 27th of the year, third on the night, after a terrible pass from Riley, forces Brown to turn it over on the blue line, and springs Rust alone after a pass from Malkin, short side, between Anderson's wickets. A 7-3 game of the Hattie as the Penguins defeat the Senators 7-3. Ottawa, now in their last 11 versus Pittsburgh, have only won their 1 out of those 11. Very poor, and a very piss poor effort in tonight's game for your Ottawa Senators. We can just take a look at the shots in goal. Early on in the game, Ottawa got outshot 10-8, and the second, Ottawa started to get some momentum, 10-9. In that third period, Ottawa started pushing on the pedal, got a couple of goals, getting some shots on as well, but Pittsburgh did not want to continue that losing streak, extending it to 7. They wanted to snap it at 6. They put 14-7 shots in the third, 33-25 the total. Pittsburgh dominated this game through and throughout, deserved the win. Malkin, his first 4-assist game, I believe. Crosby and Malkin were gelling nicely. Russ with the hat trick. Zucker was all over the ice. The Senators were hopeless. The team stats, Ottawa won the face-off battle somehow without Anisimov in there, without Pajot in there. They had Colin White and they had other guys. They didn't really have any stars, and they still took Malkin and Crosby for their money and won the face-off battle 41-33. The power plays, Ottawa got 4 opportunities and didn't really get any opportunity to score on all 4 of those. Jace Halliok got some time on the power play, which I like to see. He's a hard worker, energy type of guy. I like to see him get some chances. The Pens got 1 for 5. They got a power play goal in tonight's game. Hits were 34-15 in favor of the Senators. Hard-hitting team, especially when you're losing. You're going to try to get some momentum, which leads to a lot of hits. The third star of the game, Malkin, 4 assists on the night. Second star, 3-point night, Sidney Crosby with a goal and 2 assists. And the first star, hat trick for Brian Rust. Now let's get to the Sens Stock Star of the night, voted by you, the fans. The Sens Stock Star of the night, voted by you, the fans, brought to you by SeatGeek.com. Download the app in the App Store and use your promo code SENSTOCK. You will save $20 off. Your first purchase is as follows. In fourth place with 5% of the vote is Thomas Chabot. 1 assist, 1 shot, 1 hit in tonight's game. He didn't look great at times with that defensive miscues like usual. We've seen a lot this season, unfortunately. He also had some nice plays, including that assist on the Connor Brown goal. So he gets the 4-star with 5% of the vote. Third star, 10% of the vote, Colin White, 2 assists. Somehow in tonight's game was not really noticeable with a shot and 1 hit as well. But he got 2 assists and in a 7-3 loss. Not many options to pick one, so he was obviously there, but really secondary assist, not really noticeable throughout the game. Second star, 21% of the vote. This is where players are starting to get deserved and noticed. 1 goal, 2 hits, 2 shots for Jace Halliok. I thought he had a really good game. I liked his play. I spoke about it on Internal Budget. Watch it. Listen to the podcast after this video with Brandon Muckey. I mentioned in that podcast, and I'll mention it here, I think Ottawa should bring him back for a couple of years. A 4th liner, he's perfect. Cheap, energy guy who can produce some offense. He has skill and speed as well. This kid, he's impressing me. I'd love to see him back in Ottawa next year. And another effort where he got power play time, recognizing that effort, and even got rewarded with his first as an Ottawa Senator. So he's a second star with 21% of the vote. The first star, Brady Tkachuk, 1 goal, 5 shots, 1 hit, 64% of the vote, overwhelming majority for the Sens Talk Star of the night. Every game, Brady Tkachuk is doing something. He's either hitting, he's either shooting, he's either scoring, getting assists, or doing all 4. Or even blocking. This guy is the total package, and of course, he is your next captain, very likely, knock on wood, and he is your Sens Talk Star that I voted by you, the fan. So thank you all for watching. I appreciate the support. So please follow us on Twitter, @SensTalk_. For live time days of the games and, of course, breaking news, please like us on Facebook at SensTalk, add us to the circle so Google Bless SensTalk. Click the big red button down there and subscribe to us. Like this video, share this video with sure cool stuff. Please check our website, SensTalkCentral.com. We update that every single day. And of course, please check out our sponsor, SeatGeek.com. Download the app in the App Store and use your promo code SensTalk. You will save $20 off your first purchase. Link in the description below for the Internal Budget, Episode 7, with Brandon Mackey and myself joining his show. So thank you all for watching. I'll see you Thursday when the Sens take on the New York Islanders and Jean-Gabriel Pajot, the Chicken Parms, return to Ottawa. I'll see you all then. Go Sens, go.